welcome everybody, distinguished guests, colleagues, of course the media. Before we start, I'd like to extend a great thank you and in support of Mr. Ramoji Rao, who is here with us here in support of Media Connect, in support of me personally. I think he's an absolute legend in the industry, and what he has accomplished being a self-made man and where it is today with Ramoji, I think it's a great feat, and I'm privileged that he's with us here. Thank you so much. Also, the members of his team, there's Rajiv, there's Subro, and lots of other people who have made this possible for us. Whole RFC in general, I'd like to thank everybody for their support. Thank you, everyone. Before I get started, I just want to share with you that one of the silver linings of the business is the fact that we have a global patent on this. The patent is by Perkins Coie, who is the biggest and the best patent attorneys in US. Unfortunately, Sean Gregel, who was to be with us, a senior partner of Perkins, was not able to make it due to some last-minute emergencies in the US. He sent us a small video to describe to you what the patent of Media Connect is about and what we will accomplish with that. Global trade. There's global trade of exchange, there's global trade of everything that we are going to establish here, which you'll hear in a minute from me. The importance of intellectual property today is more than it was ever before. And we owe it to ourselves to get the best protection on intellectual property. That's why I patented this whole process of Media Connect. It's a process patent which will be later converted into a utility patent. And I think the values of this in years to come will be worth its weight in gold, which is why I work with Perkins Coie. Perkins is actually, as you saw the list of clients, they work with Facebook, Microsoft, Google, Craigslist, and every other multinational that you can think of in the US. So that's why Perkins is very important to our business. Just to get started, let me explain to you the scale of what we are talking here. I have the last year's number of the FICCI report. According to FICCI, they say that the Indian film industry crossed a revenue of close to 101 billion Indian rupees last year. In relation to that, the size of Hollywood across the globe, according to Hollywood Reporter, is $38 billion last year. You will understand from these numbers, what are the numbers donate? What do they stand for actually? It means that there is content which is satellite, TV, different forms. So all in all, the magnitude and scale of content that's being created and exploited around the world is humongous, and it's only growing. The pace at which digital is growing is more than ever before, and we'll come to that in a moment as we speak. Some of you may know that Media Connect was 2.5 years ago was a completely new beast for me. I was earlier into the digital cinema business. I created the deployment in India, several other countries. And I think the marriage of that piece of software with hardware has had great value, but it has its limitations. Here, the marriage between software and content is unimaginable. It's humongous. The opportunities are unlimited, as I learned every day in the last 2.5 years creating Media Connect. Obviously, I don't know everything about this business, and it's a learning curve for me. But the one thing that I'm bringing with my experience that I had at Scrabble, being such a successful business which I created from day one and eventually sold, is the fact that if a business is created that creates a win-win business model for all parties involved, I think that's the business that will sustain. Clearly, there are challenges. Every day there are challenges in business. But once all parties see the value of it to themselves, there will be solutions, and water will find its own path to cross those hurdles and move to the next stage. And that's something that I found at Scrabble, where initially was a lot of struggle, and then we had all the exhibitors buy the equipment, and then along the line came Avatar, and then everything else was history. So this is with that premise, Media Connect is being formed, where all the participants of Media Connect will benefit and complement each other, and that's the whole premise of the company. Very quickly, to go down memory lane of how Scrabble started and where we are today. Unregularized. People were doing what they want. There was no security of content. There was no system. There was no process. People were selling and renting out projectors at 100 rupees per show, giving it on hard drives and pocket drives and so on. And then I wanted to create 2K, and people laughed at it. And that's exactly that happened over a period of time. The Things that I learned from Scrabble are, I started off in India, and once India succeeded, we grew the business to 13 countries in about almost close to 2 years, very, very quickly. Having spent almost 15 years in the business now, I am here at Media Connect with experience and relationships that I bring on the table, having dealt with all these people in so many countries, all by myself, whether it's exhibitors, we had virtual print fee contracts, producers, creators of content, cinemas, of course. So with that experience, I think Media Connect is already ahead of its curve compared to if somebody else would have done this who would be outside of the industry. And I think that gives me the first mover advantage really of moving and expanding Media Connect very rapidly. And I'm glad this is the platform that I think has the future, and we are launching this here today. The one thing that I have observed in the last so many years of being in the business is that, particularly from India, and then we try to validate and extrapolate that example to the rest of the world. In India, the success rate of movies is about 5%. Talking about India, there are 1,500 movies roughly made annually. Much surprisingly and shockingly, not more than 5 to 6% of them actually turn out profitable. That's extremely unfortunate, and if you think of it, it cannot go on like this forever. The whole premise of Media Connect are basically two things. Is to lower the cost of content with the collaboration and with world being at your fingertips. That's clearly that will happen. The people are not utilizing the subsidies and grants that are available in so many other nations in the world. And that's something that as I went on, I mean, before I actually jumped into and took the plunge in Media Connect, I did a lot of research work in so many countries. And surprisingly, there were enormous grants that are available. I mean, Canada, Australia, so many other places. Australia, for example, almost can fund up to 50% of the cost of production if done methodically and if the process is followed. Canada today has 62 treaties with countries for collaborations and joint venture agreements. So those are things which Indian production houses, even in Asia, I think need to think out of the box and they owe it to themselves to do whatever it takes to lower the cost of production. I think that's one of the major premises of Media Connect. The other premise is that at the end of the day, we have to make better content. I think today's youth, if the level of patience is so low, if you don't catch them right out of the bat, you lose their attention completely. The opportunities of entertainment today with the internet revolution and the digital world is more than what it was ever before in so many years. So I think it's more important that every content creator in the world thinks of making better content. And that's really what Media Connect is going to provide. It's going to provide him access to talent, hopefully better talent at lower cost in order to make better content. At the end of it, it ultimately boils down to how he is going to monetize the content and the avenues that are available for monetization of content. In the olden days today, I don't think people out of India and Indian stories and Indian subcontinent are actually going out. There are a very handful of people who are doing this, and only the established players and A-lister production houses have access to people around the world. My opinion is, look, one good story in a particular language will be the same in any language. However, it has to be adapted accurately to the cultures and the sensibilities of that country. Whether it means to dub the content, whether it means to subtitle it, or whatever it takes, or to adapt it to that. I think those are the pains that one has to take to become more profitable and to bridge the gap in the losses of the content that's currently happening. Perkins Coie, I think, plays a very important role in protecting intellectual property. That's what we are trying to do with Media Connect. So, one may ask that who will be the final users of Media Connect? I think we have established clearly three segments of categories of people who will use Media Connect. One is, if you think about it, against every successful person who's made it to the top, there are hundreds who are wooing to get into his shoes and would do anything to be as successful as he is. That's something we've observed clearly. So one of the largest people who will use Media Connect are new entrants who want to get into the industry and who will do whatever it takes to succeed. Just ironically, just the way the industry is, most people in a particular project work on a project to project basis, whether it's a film, whether it's a documentary, whether it's something else. They work, they work on a particular film and then it's over and then they have to go to the next project. So when I was doing a research on, how will people use this, what is the benefit, so on and so forth, I think the second largest category of people who would use Media Connect are the people who don't know where my next work is coming from. I think those are large number of people who are in the industry. They are not extremely at the top, but they want to be successful. But they all have to pay our bills, their own bills, and they want to get work as more often to keep them busy on an annual basis, month after month. The third part of category of people who will use Media Connect are obviously the established players who will partner with established players in different countries to create joint ventures, collaborations, and other types of IP sharing agreements to take their content and to leverage the potential that's there available in the outside world. So these are the three categories of people that primarily who will use Media Connect. We've seen that it's strange. We launched yesterday in Bombay. About an hour ago, there were about 9,500 registrations on Media Connect from yesterday to today. We didn't do anything. We had a press conference. We launched. We had a big ad in the Economic Times, and that's where we are. So I think the potential for people and the hunger for people to get to Media Connect is obviously does exist, and that's what we found when we did our research. Just categorizing, there are three sets of people: accessibility, people who want to global talent for networking, collaboration. Most importantly, better content at lower cost and better monetization of content. With this, I would like to encourage everybody to think global, to go out of their comfort zone and to do whatever it takes to make the best and do the best for the content that they are creating. I'd just like to end this small note with something that my father taught me as I was growing up in the business years. He said, "Listen, son, the only time success comes before work is in the dictionary." So there's nothing that comes without hard work. We've done all the back end. We've built the foundation that we have now. It's time to get on to work. I took a very small vacation before I came back and launched Media Connect, because now there's no time for vacation. I think the work for us begins clearly from now, and we are geared up for the challenge, and we hope to conquer the world. Thank you so much for everybody listening.